Shalom. First of all, I'd like to give all honor to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Rakatash. Double honors to teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, likewise, brothers, putting on this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep unto you, brothers and sisters. Again, Shalom. Today's lesson's titled, What Are You Gonna Do? And this title is referring to these Jakes that are currently serving in this man's armed forces, okay, or better known as the military. Because throughout all of the different branches of the military, you have Jakes, okay, so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos that are in different positions. You know, some are commanders, some are platoon sergeants, platoon leaders, battalion commanders, brigade commanders, some are even generals. Okay, so they go all the way from the enlisted, rank starting from E1 all the way up to, an O9 or even an O10, okay, a 4-star general. And we know, as you go up in those ranks, it gets, less and less and less for so-called minorities, as they like to call us, in those higher decision-making rank. I think currently right now, the Secretary of Defense, okay, he looks like a Jake. He could be an Edomite, a chocolate-coated Edomite, but he's a 4-star. He was a 4-star general, okay? That man that you see up there, who's going to be the one that's going to be directing a lot of things that Trump is planning on doing. So this is reference to what we know recently has been in the news. Donald Trump said that he's going to use, okay, the military. He's planning on enacting an emergency, basically an emergency, national emergency to deport illegal immigrants, which means that they're going to be shutting down cities. Remember, we always talk about the fact that these highways were built for, transportation of military goods, okay, in a time of war. And right now we are in a time of war. You have these Edomites have now declared war on Yasharala, okay, so-called blacks, the Americans, Latinos. And we've been telling you, doggone Northern Kingdom tribes, okay, so-called Latinos who are real proud as hell, okay, still serving Jesus, still walking, making pilgrimage to that giant statue in Brazil, still have the Holy Rosary around your neck, praying to Virgin Mary. You're stubborn as hell because you feel like because you have not been in the kind of position that your dark-skinned brothers, the real true biblical Jews, okay, the Negro or so-called Negroes, okay, Benjamin, Judah, and Levi here in Great Babylon, America, you rest, okay, but you're about to get that rude awakening. Let's go to the first scripture here. This is our 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. Okay? So you see that they're going to be coming after the children of Israel, and by the means of their military force. Okay, this man, okay, the next Caesar of America, okay, Donald J. Trump has said this is what he's planning on doing. And you Jakes are in the military. Now we know you're looking for your retirement. You get a lot of benefits. Okay, you get to travel, and the taxpayers' money, okay? But here's the deal. This man is going to order you, whatever position you're in, from an E1, okay, private, all the way up to, possibly a 1-star general, okay, who might be commanding a division. You are going to have to make the decision to go, okay, and beat down, arrest, kick down doors, okay, throw in the back of those APCs, okay, take people that look just like you, okay, into these internment camps that Trump earlier said that is going to be hosted on these military bases. And the men of the Lord, we as prophets, we, and watchmen of Yasharala, Israel, okay, we are giving you the warning. Because see, now is that time to come where you're going to have to make that decision. See, there's a lot to lose. It ain't going to be so easy and straightforward. Now I'm going to play a short clip from this Edomite from Full Spectrum Survival, and listen to what he says. Now, those of you who have served, you already know this, okay?
I have some breaking level news here. The Pentagon is preparing so heavily for the new term of Donald Trump here inside the United States of America that they are said to be getting ready the military in case Donald Trump tries to deploy active National Guard members to get migrants that are here illegally outside of the country. This is according to a report that said potential challenges ahead of the presidential-elect Donald Trump's term. According to officials, they're discussing how to respond when the deployment of active duty military troops against American citizens takes place, or the pursuant plans for mass deportations and the replacing of government workers with what are called so-called socialists, or loyalists. The Defense Department is also preparing for illegal directives, they say, with officials noting that U.S. troops are obligated by law to disobey unlawful orders, and there is a concern that is being raised about potential resignation events happening among the top military leaders.
And as you saw in that video, he talked about the fact that there's going to be a lot of people out, in the military, just like how, during the C-19, mandate, resisted and say, hey man, I'm not going to do that. Now there's something they call, he talked about, lawful order or unlawful order. Let's take a look at that, because it's not that simple. Okay, you Jake's going to understand this. Okay, it's not that simple. Esau thought about everything. Let's start off with the first one here. Let's start off with this first one here, and we're going to look at failure to obey. Let's take a look at failure to obey, and we're going to see the consequences. So it said the minimum punishment for a violation of Article 92 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice depends on the specific circumstances of the violation. Okay, so you can read all of that. Really what I want to get to here is the willful dereliction of duty. Okay, and dereliction of duty is that you know how to do the job. So as a commander, you know how to command, you know how to do the planning. Okay, as a soldier, you know your job, you're trained. Okay, you're trained to do your job. Okay, so it says the minimum punishment is a bad conduct discharge, forfeiture of all pay and allowances, and 6 months in confinement. Okay, so this is the minimum punishment, okay, for failure to obey a lawful order. Now, he was talking about that it might be an unlawful order. Okay, there are examples of that which I will bring to you of an example of that, but you will see, okay, there wasn't much punishment that was done to these Edomites that did that horrendous massacre over there in Vietnam. Okay, so forfeiture of pay, okay, which means you're not going to get a retirement pay. You're also going to get bad conduct or dishonorably discharged. Okay, this is if you go on your moral shake, this is what you're going to face. Okay, and also 6 months confinement. Okay, and it's not going to be in these jails over here. You're going to be going to military jails. Okay, you're going to be going to a military prison where you will wear that uniform and they will have you work 6-7 days a week. Okay, y'all know what we were talking about here, Fort Leavenworth. That's where you're going. Okay, so this is what you're going to be facing. Doesn't matter what your rank is. Okay, hey, tea time is over, man. Okay, playtime is over. So this is what you Jake have to deal with here. Okay, you are going to have to if you fail to obey this, and they're going to somehow make it a lawful order. Let's take a look at derelict of duty. Okay, derelict of duty, because again, as a person who is trained, you have to obey to do your job. Okay, derelict of duty. Okay, we know this is Article 92 of the UCMJ, but let's take a look at what would happen if you actually was in the do it. It says accused must have violated a lawful general order or regulation that they were obligated to follow. The accused must have known that a lawful order was issued and failed to obey it. The accused must have known their duties and failed to perform them either willfully, negligently, or culpably, inefficiently. Okay, so some of you can say, well, okay, you might do it still, but you might half-ass it. Okay, they're still going to get you. Okay, they're still going to get you. Now, they haven't imposed anything on this, but it's still going to be that same punishment. Okay, where you can get, something called a goma, and we'll take a look at that when you go into an unlawful order. Okay, and what Trump is actually bringing out is it constitutes that, because it goes against the Constitution of the United States of using the military forces here in this country. But we've seen that before. They used them during the 60s. Okay, during the Civil Rights Movement. People seem to have forgotten that. It says, in the military, an unlawful order is an order that violates the Constitution and laws of the United States or lawful superior orders. Orders that are vague, overbroad, or intended to harass or humiliate a service member may also be considered unlawful. Now, take a look at this when they talk about the My Lai massacre. During the Vietnam War, Army Lieutenant William Calley ordered his men to kill hundreds of unarmed Vietnamese civilians, including children. Calley was convicted of first-degree murder and served 3.5 years in military prison. 3.5 years to kill hundreds of Vietnamese civilians, women, men, women, and children. Okay? And they raped those women and they raped the children. Okay? I'm not going to bring that story out here. I actually did a lesson on that briefly. Of course, obviously, when we put out truth like that, I'll show you the vileness of this doggone so-called white man, okay, on this earth. Okay? They removed the video and, threatened to give a strike. Okay? But that's, they're in charge right now. Said international law, military order violates international criminal law such as war crime is considered an unlawful order in international law. Obviously, that doesn't really work with the United States because why? The United States has been in war 92% of its existence. So they're pretty adept, okay, at unlawful decree and giving out unlawful order. So while full spectrum think that there's actually going to be people that is going to say, okay, that's an unlawful order. No, people are going to be thinking about their retirement, their life. Are they willing to give that up? Are they willing to serve? It says, if a service member is accused of failing to obey an unlawful order, they may face, think about it, this is an unlawful order, adverse administrative action such as Article 15 or Captain Mass or a general or officer let-off, reprimand, GOMA, a board or inquiry for officers or an admin separation board. Okay, what they don't tell you or add into that, what you need to consider is that if you took any type of like what they call it, incentive, okay, those where they give you like the where they recruiting bonuses or stuff like that, you got to pay all of that back. If you still have years on your contract, because a lot of time when they give you those bonuses, they which is like 80% taxed, you incur additional 3 or 4 years obligation. So a lot of jakes that might want to disobey this or say, I don't want to be doing that. Well, you have a contract, you have a signed contract, so they can make you pay those bonus back to them, whether they give it all to you or not. They could hold you in uniform for the remainder of your contract, which means they could hold you, okay, have you report to work still. If they come up with separation board can take anywhere from 6 months to like friggin' 5 years. I'm not telling you I'm not making this up, okay? Because I've tried to separate people from the military before. It doesn't work, and you just eventually pull it, okay? So they're gonna force these jakes. You jakes, you're gonna get forced, okay? When we look at second Ezra again, 16:19, it says, and they that consent on them should be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. When you look at the meaning of the word derision in the ordinary dictionary, it means contemptuous, ridicule, or mock. You're gonna be mocked because if you go and you actually do this, I mean the so-called white man, okay? Because hey, these doggone white officers and these white service members, they have no problem pulling the trigger. Or because the president is telling them that, they going on there with renewed energy. They've been always want to kick you out, kick jakes down. You think they like the fact that we are actually able to walk around and look at them and have our own life? Hell no. Okay? And the military is often charged up with fear. Let's go into the book of Psalms 10 and start verse 4. Reads, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. Of course not. They have the technology and the world worship them and they don't think they can fight and defeat this man. Of course, this man can be defeated and he will be defeated because all the power that he has was given to him by the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. Said his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. Okay, so this man is all puffed up, Here you are, you drakes, you've been saluting to the flag, you service, you think like, oh, just 1 more year, 3 more years, and I'm going to retire. No. See, now you're going to come to a decision. Kill people that looks like you, which could be members of your family, cousin, friends, or whatever the case is like that. In fact, you might even be mistaken for an illegal immigrant when you are the uniform. Oh, it's going to get stupid out there. When we tell you Jacob's trouble is going to be crazy, it's going to be crazy. It doesn't matter if you're a cop, doesn't matter if you're a judge, doesn't matter if you're in a service, okay? And if you're a part of this, and you're in your community with Jakes, and they see you in that uniform, and they see you on television the footage, okay, of what the military is doing to people that look like them, what do you think is going to happen to your ass? You're going to get your house burned down. I mean, we can really go in depth with this, but for the sake of time, okay, I'm going to keep it simple here, because this is something you can understand. When you go into the United States military, it's not just cut and dry like, you know, you're going to get fired like these jobs out here. Oh no, they can hold you. And they're going to bring pain. That pain is going to be financial pain, okay, and legal pain that they're going to be bringing on you. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and start verse 16. And I'm going to show you this little article here. It shows you just how really retarded, ignorant people really are, okay. And it reads, "And the enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee in a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee." Let's take a look at this article I found here. And I you know, when I say that, I call it retarded J. Undocumented migrants hope Trump mass deportations only for criminals. See, and that's a dumb, stupid spick pride you dug on Northern Kingdoms out. You so-called Mexicans and all the way down to Argentina, Guatemalan, Bolivian, Peruvian, Nicaraguan, okay, Northern Kingdom tribe. You have that. You spicks are so stupid, man, and so dumb. This man is going after everybody. So now you're hoping, okay? He's calling all of you criminals. He's calling all of us criminals. This is Gabrielle, and it's a woman, of course, you know, and a woman is stupid. The scripture talks about it over and over and over. And a lot of you men, you follow these stupid, dumb women. It says, Gabriella entered into the United States more than 2 decades ago, gasping for breath under a pile of corn stalks in the boot of a smuggler's car. Now a housekeeper, so you came all the way over here to be a damn housekeeper, clean shit. In Maryland, the Bolivian national is one of at least 13 million undocumented migrants living in the U.S., an umbrella term that includes those who entered the U.S. illegally, overstayed their visas, or protected status to avoid deportation. If you see these Edomites marching around the place right now, okay, they get hidden cameras on their body because they filming. What they're doing right now is a recon, okay, of niggas and spicks neighborhoods, okay. They're not just marching. They're getting a recon. They're looking at your reaction. See if you're ready like they are. Because see, they're ready. Esau is a natural hunter. So Esau likes, okay, to hunt things that may be a danger to him. So that he could really use all his arsenal. It says, remember, this man was blessed with the sword. It says, across the U.S., migrants like Gabriella are grappling with what the incoming Trump administration vows to conduct mass deportation could mean for their future. Okay. So this female, she believes, she's hoping that it's only for criminals. Clearly she's not wise. Okay. And neither the other millions of Northern Kingdom tribes who have come over here are either. See, you're not listening. This is a time of judgment of Yasharala, us so-called Blacks, Americans, and Latinos, the true biblical Hebrew Israelite. And those walls that they built, those are not to keep people out. Those are to keep us in. So when they start to slaughter, there's nowhere to run. Why the hell if that was the case, they wouldn't be allowing the millions that are trying to cross the border right now before January 15, before Trump is inaugurated. They let them come through. Why? Because they want a high kill count. And also, we also know that this is the Lord Yahweh Shemashai's work. Let's go to the book of Psalm 34 and Psalm 16. It says, the face of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai is against them that do evil, which is against Esau, the Edomite, so-called white man, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. And this is going to be that final judgment on these Edomites, because they are going to be judged. This is wickedness right here. The righteous cry, and the Lord Yahweh shall hear it and deliver them out of all their troubles. So we are crying. They're going to be 1/3 of the biblical Hebrew Israelites, so-called Blacks, Americans, and Latinos who see line go to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are going to watch you 2/3 okay, go through a horrible tribulation here in Great Babylon, America. We all gonna feel it. But the difference is that while we're brought through the fire and refined, you're gonna get burned. Especially that dumb pride that you know the Kingdom Tribe has. Okay? Because y'all don't have to fear the Lord. Y'all have to fear this man. But this is book of Matthew 10 and Psalms 27 said, what I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in the air, that preach ye upon the housetop. So this is the Master telling us, hey, we ain't no doggone cowards. He didn't raise cowards to be quiet and stuff like that. They know where each and every one of the prophets live. They know all our social security number, everything about us. But we stand out there bold as lion and telling these crackers, this is not going to go quite the way you want it to go. We're telling you doggone jakes. You might cleave to this doggone man, but in the end, they're going to mock you and they're going to put your dumb ass to death. You spicks and you niggas. Because y'all are soft as cat poop, man. Okay? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to kill your people for chump change? In a nation that's going to be obliterated off this earth? And fear not them which kill the body but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. So the Lord can put your ass to death. Okay, Esau can put you to death. But the Lord can make it the way you don't feel it. Or he can decide how Esau is going to put you to death. But the Lord can put you to death and you can be born the next following week to go face some hardcore judgment as a child. Okay? Prepare for the lake of fire. Prepare to get sodomized as a child. I mean, these some sick freaking doggone people and the things that they're asking you to do. This man is asking you to make America great again. We're telling you America is going to be destroyed. This is the book of Proverbs 29 and Psalms 24. It says, whoso is a partner with a thief hated his own soul. He heareth cursing and braved it not. Okay, when you look at that word braved it means that you ignore it. Cursing is another way of, it's not about using the F word or some derogatory term. It's about lies. Okay, when you look at the word curse through the ordinary dictionary, it's telling you about lies. This is what this man does. This man constantly accusing us before the Lord Yahweh Shemashah. He's constantly lying about us on the world. Here we are as Negroes, okay, so-called Negroes here in Great Babylon, America, the true biblical Jews. We are gods in our low state. And this man is going around and have the whole world convinced we ain't shit. And we're letting the world know, pursuant to Deuteronomy 28, the Lord put us in this lower state. But he's going to exalt us. You are going to see the gods back on this earth. In this lifetime, men that you would ignore will walk on this earth like gods. And this is before we actually ascended into our true form. Okay? We put our trust in the Lord Yahweh Shemashah. Not these motherfuckers, man. And yeah, I'm saying it. You niggas and you spicks, what are you going to do? Because this man is going to tell you go kill someone that looks just like you. And if you think that's going to go work out well for you, while these Edomites might be able to go out there and go get away with it, most of you doggone spicks and niggas in this man's military still live in shitholes. A lot of you on welfare still. That one nigga, 15, 17 years as a damn military officer, he get the nerve to call and ask to borrow money because his ass is now up for UCMJ shit. And he think he might go to prison. He's the same one that took the C-19 too. Like, get the fuck out here, nigga. Die. No fuck about you. Punk ass bitch. It says, many seeks the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment coming from the Lord Yahweh Shemashah. So, fuck Esau. Fuck Trump. Fuck all of them. What are y'all gonna doggone do? Because this man is about to friggin' test your true loyalty, okay, to the devil, Jake. True loyalty. Either way you look at it, lawful or unlawful, they have their freaking doggone articles written up in such a way that you're going to come up with nothing. If you stay, they're going to fuck you over. And if you get out, they're going to fuck you over. But that's what y'all did. Y'all wearing the monkey suit. So do you have to fear a man? Or do you have to fear the Lord Yahweh Shemashah? Let's go to the book of Isaiah 13. And start at verse 15. It reads, everyone that is found shall be trust true, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. The Malak is making it very clear. Because a lot of you, not only you going to stick around and help Esau castrate, beat down, and murder your own people, okay, starting in 2025, okay, just to get, you think it's going to be a retirement or life, and obviously, of course, you're going to take the MOTB, which is mark of the beast, because eventually that's how you're going to have to eat and shit over here. But you're also going to be in World War III fighting, and when the Mashiach returns in the middle of it, you're actually going to be pointing your weapon of what you think is an invasion from space. And the Lord says he's going to destroy you all over the world, you niggas. And the rest of these doggone tribes have joined with Esau. Okay? These gooks, these chinks, sand monkeys over there, these fucking doggone piss drinking, shit eating Hamites. It says, their children also should be dashed to pieces before their eyes, their houses should be spoiled, and their wives robbed. So see, the judgment of the Lord upon these Edomites is going to be significant. They're only going to get the ones that the Lord give them, which is going to be the 2/3. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which is just Edomites. Well, Putin is a fucking cracker, man. He's an Edomite. Crackers against cracker. We bring that all the time. Egyptians against Egyptians. Behold, I will stir the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. So there can be no negotiation or let's talk about peace treaty. Now those days are done. So yes, Esau, okay, or Donald J. Trump, Caesar Nero, who's back here today. Okay, yes, you're going to torment, okay, murder a whole lot of Hebrew Israelites, and you're gonna do a lot of bad things. You're gonna give that order. These niggas in spics in this clown suit, they're gonna fall and obey for it, because they have no faith, and the Lord doesn't want them. And the ones out here are gonna get put to doggone death. You're gonna get that, but at the same time too, you just seal, okay, the fate of Great Babylon, America. The Lord will avenge His people. But you 2/3 niggas that want to stick around with this doggone man's force, go ahead. But a lot of you have that decision to make. What are you going to do? Lord willing, the elect was edified at the close of a given all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Shalom.